Hello everyone and welcome to another video by Centipede Geek. Today I'm going to discuss my thoughts and opinions on a 2013 sequel horror film by the name of The Haunting in Connecticut 2, Ghost of Georgia. This film is directed by a director by the name of Tom Elkins, and it stars actors and actresses such as Abigail Spencer, Morgana Shaw, Emily Aylan Lind, Chad Michael Murray, and then Grant James. Like I said, this film is a sequel to the film in '09 by the name of Haunting in Connecticut. Just so you guys know, the two films really have nothing in common. It's more of a sister film, as it says on Wikipedia. By sister, I mean more of a companion film. You don't have to necessarily really at all watch this one in order to actually get the plot of the second one. No characters return. The plots are totally different. I don't even know why they called it The Haunting in Connecticut 2. They might as well have just called it, The Ghost of Georgia, not even talking about the first film because they have nothing to do with each other. But that is the title of the film. Anyways, like I said, it's the sequel to this, but it's more of a companion film that has nothing to do with this, though it is kind of about a haunted house, a little girl being haunted, kind of a mystery, trying to horror thriller, trying to find out why the girl's being haunted. So that's kind of the plot, a similar kind of premise, but not character-wise, story-wise, has nothing to do with this film. Anyways, let's talk about the main plot of the 2013 sequel horror film by the name of The Haunting in Connecticut 2, The Ghost of Georgia. This film, like I said earlier, is pretty much about a girl experiencing these ghostly. She keeps seeing this ghost of this old man, and she doesn't know what's happening. They just moved to this old house, and all these weird and bizarre and overall just odd things are starting to happen at this house, all revolving around this old man character. And I believe his name is Mr. Gordon in the film. And I mentioned the actor earlier. It was the last actor I mentioned. They're all around this old man character, and they're trying to find out, who the old inhabitants of the house are, and whether or not those old inhabitants of the house have anything to do with this old man character, and why this young girl is being haunted. That's the main plot of the 2013 sequel horror film with the name of The Haunting in Connecticut 2, Ghost of Georgia. Overall, my thoughts and opinions on this film. Let me talk about the first film first off, because they're kind of similar in I guess premise and plot, but the plots don't have anything to do with each other. Overall, I thought the first one was a great film. Overall, I really enjoyed it. Supposedly, it's based on true events. Supposedly, the second one is also based on true events. I really enjoyed the first one. It was just a really creepy horror film that had some nice creepy elements to it. Only rated PG-13, by the way, but the PG-13 gets away. It's not bloody or anything, but it gets away with just enough to have a really creepy element vibe. And overall, the reason I like it is because nowadays we don't see a lot of haunted house type movies. The second one is more of a haunted girl type movie, ghost, that sort of thing. This one's more of a haunted house type movie, and that's why I liked it. It had some great and medieval horror vibes to it that overall I really enjoyed, So overall, really enjoyed the first one. Now, as for The Haunting in Connecticut 2, The Ghost of Georgia, this film is more of a personal journey. I mean, this one is kind of a personal journey too, but The Haunting in Connecticut 2 even more so. Major spoilers coming up if you haven't seen the film, so otherwise, click pause. Otherwise, keep watching, right, because major spoilers are ahead, especially because of the ending. It gets extremely sentimental with, because of you find out that Mr. Gordon isn't a bad guy. His ghost is just trying to warn our character of what's going to happen. Just trying to warn her of the slave ghosts that are haunting the place, and them being killed off. And that's why they're actually haunting, the house and everything. You find out that he's just trying to warn her. So I had a great little sentimental element, of, him, them riding on the, her getting on her bike, and then him pushing her, helping her ride her bike. I loved that scene at the end of the film. It made the film so much better than it was already a great film, but it made it even better than it already previously was. So overall, I really liked that ending of the film. That was just a great ending. There are some really great, scary, creepy, and overall just eerie scenes to the horror sequel film by the name of The Haunting in Connecticut 2, Ghost of Georgia. There's some great scary scenes, some good death scenes that I really like. Like I said, this one's supposedly based on a true story too, though supposedly, I don't have any information to clarify that. Based on some book, I believe. The book is called I believe the book, it was probably, I don't know when the book came out, but the book is called The Veil, Heidi Weirich's story. Anyways, enough about the true story. Overall, as a film itself, it's a really cool horror film that I really enjoyed overall, with some great creepy, scary, and eerie elements to it, done with some great performances too. Chad Michael Murray plays the father character. I really enjoyed him. I enjoyed the young girl, and overall, Mr. Gordon was probably my favorite character, just the way he was used. The slaves have a nice, ghastly, and overall just a ghostly element to them that made them scary. There's some great little death scenes in there too. And this film kind of sets it apart from the first one because of being totally different in its overall story and plot. I would recommend, if you like sort of classic ghost sort of movies about a girl being haunted by ghosts and by these slave ghosts and trying to find out the mystery and that whole thing, I would definitely recommend this one, even though, hopefully you've, seen the film since I've revealed spoilers and everything. But if you haven't seen it, I would really recommend this one because of the nice ghost element. You don't see too many classic ghost horror films, and this horror film definitely has a vibe of just that classic ghost vibe. Where the first one was very similar to a medieval horror and that sort of thing, a very personal story. The second one is also a personal story about ghosts, and that's why I liked it so much. Anyways, that's my thoughts and opinions on the horror sequel film in the name of The Haunting in Connecticut 2, The Ghost of Georgia. There is a third film that has already been announced. It will be titled, I guess, The Haunting in Connecticut 3, The Haunting in New York. And apparently Sean Hood will be the screenwriter for the project. So be looking forward to looking for that in the next few years. Once again, thanks for watching the video by Centipede Geek. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe on the page below, and I'll see you guys later with more videos by Centipede Geek.